Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian, and you may be surprised to learn that the Space Quest games do not actually have my favorite game soundtrack of all time, despite them being categorically awesome, particularly Space Quest 3 and 4. I think those are absolutely gorgeous soundtracks. But my favorite game soundtrack of all time, it is a Commodore 64 game developed and published by System 3 called The Last Ninja 2. And it is a frustratingly hard, difficult, sort of isometric platformer / action game that I am utterly incapable of playing. I have played it. It was actually on the Wii console, the Wii, what's it called? The Wii Classic Arcade thing that you could download classic games on the Wii and then play it through their emulator. It had a C64 emulator, so you could play The Last Ninja 2, and I have played it. I've also tried playing it on an emulator on the PC. It is an absolutely impossible to play game. The little fucking ninja just rolls around, lumbers through the screens. Every once in a while he gets shot in the back, and then a gator wants to eat his flesh, and there are bees, and a juggler throws knives at him, and that's just the first level. So, and I've seen Let's Plays of it. Apparently people can play this game. Not me. I cannot. So the poor little ninja can get fucked for all I care, but the music that plays as he is traversing these utterly unfriendly screens is nothing short of spectacular. Now you'll remember in the mid to late 80s, computer game music was, well, some of it was really good, but most of it was kind of on the short side. You'd usually have like a 30 seconds, maybe a minute of looped music, and then it would just loop the way through the game. Most Nintendo games work this way. You had a very short amount of space to work with. But Last Ninja 2 went all out. There are no sound effects in the game, there's only music. And the music that plays is like a complete music album. The tracks are all between 3 and 5 minutes in length. One of them is 7 minutes long, I think. And they're all expertly arranged by what was then, I believe, a teenage-aged musician called Matt Gray. And Matt eventually, after being a successful C64 composer, went on to, I don't know, found or join, but at least be part of a music production team making actual studio music and being responsible for the Cher hit in the 90s, Believe. Yeah, the auto-tune one.
Do you believe?
That one. But he did the entire soundtrack to The Last Ninja 2 on his own for System 3. And a couple of years ago, I think 3 or 4 years by this point actually, he did a Kickstarter where he said he was going to remake all the music for Last Ninja 2 in a professional studio sounding sort of way, and he was going to release it as a CD, as a special backer CD. He would release the entire soundtrack. He would also release a number of covers that would include some of the songs from Last Ninja 2, but not all of them. Only the ones that bought like the deluxe package of Last Ninja 2, or the Reformation, I should say, that was the actual title of it, of Reformation 1, would get the full Last Ninja 2 soundtrack. And my wife actually backed this and gave it to me for a Christmas present, which was awesome. She even backed it at the level where you would get a picture disc vinyl of the Last Ninja 2 soundtrack, which is now 3 or 4 years late. So what I got was the MP3s. The whole thing got very, very late, and Matt Gray ended up recording a covers album and then another covers album of C64 music. He has kickstarted a third one because the physical rewards for the first one were so astronomical that he needed more funds, I guess. And also, the Last Ninja 2 album that he ended up recording, the re-recording of the entire soundtrack, ended up having so much music on it that it could not fit onto a single vinyl. So now it has to be a double vinyl, and there are extra costs associated with that. I'm a patient person, we'll sort this out in the end. I'll have my Last Ninja 2 vinyl, and I will be very, very happy. So why am I making this video, you may wonder? Well, something arrived in the mail today. And it is from Matt Gray. And I'm curious because this is not vinyl shaped, and I'm wondering what's inside of it. So let's open it up. We're doing unboxing, lads. And I see, oh God, I see it here before my very eyes. Yes, this is the CD version, re-recording of Last Ninja 2, Back with a Vengeance, which was its original title, I'm not kidding, and this is the original screen. I don't know if you can see that. That was the original layout of the C64 game. Let's open this bad boy up. I hate this fucking shrink-wrappy bullshit, but here we go. There we go. There we go. Ah, yes. And let's see, the CD itself, you'll see it before I do. Look at that. Well, actually, I can't see that. So what the, oh my, oh, that is pretty. Let's see, this is a, yes, it is a hello, camera. This is a professionally recorded, professionally printed CDs. It's not just a burnt CD or anything. And we've got a little booklet inside as well, printed on actual glossy paper. No bullshit here. Oh, we've got a little behind the stories. Well, he's telling stories and then he's telling behind stories about the individual tracks. Behind the scenes is what I meant to say. Wow, I'm gonna have to read through this because I've always been kind of interested in what went through his mind. Because again, he was a very young lad when he made this, and it is fantastically good. I seem to recall a gentleman commenting on one of my earlier videos where I mentioned this soundtrack and said he actually was the one providing the guitar bits for some of the tracks, and that must have been this guy, Ian Giegerich. So hello! I totally butchered your name, I'm sorry about that. But anyway, especially the track called The Sewers main theme has some killer guitar. That's also a track that's over 10 minutes in length. Damn, I love this. Also included is a pen that just says Reformation, Matt Gray. And it's a little bit sticky now because it was sticking to this double CD, triple CD actually, of Reformation. And this is a tiny little Last Ninja 2 pin. What are people's fascination with this shit? I've got a bunch of these hanging around from different game companies, and a couple of my vinyl albums came with pins as well. Do people still use these? Do people still stick these on backpacks or in leather jackets or denim jackets and shit? I don't know. All right, so let's dig into this thing, which is very helpfully opened itself because a number of objects were sticking to it. Let's see. Ah, yes, there we go, indeed. Hello. This is one of those big triple. You used to get these with CD-ROM games that took up more than 2 discs. And look at that. It's very black. And there's another booklet in here. And this one goes into somewhat less detail than the Last Ninja 2 one, but it does have a little. Seems to be, yeah, it's a little blurb about the music that we're listening to. Oh, more guitars by Ian. Nice, I like that. Oh, and disc 2 just sort of cozy it up to disc number 3 and said, hey, let's make a disc, baby. But no, you do not, sir. These triple jewel cases are notoriously flimsy. Could you get on there, please? I don't want to break you anything, but you are tempting me. Anyway, I'm sure no harm was done. There you go. And that's Reformation Volume 1 in the mail. And lastly, it also came with a bunch of bullshit. And I have no idea what this is. First of all, we've got this 8-bit Symphony, 6 new arrangement from Rob Hubbard, 80-piece orchestra for maximum power. Apparently he's expecting me to go to Hull College, and the Hull Philharmonic Orchestra will be performing Project Hubbard. Rob Hubbard is one of the most famous SID composers of all time, and this is just sort of a cardboardy kind of thing that is advertising Reformation 2 and Reformation 3. Which I wouldn't say is a slap in the face or anything, but yeah. Anyway, I'm sure we're all very excited for that, but let's be honest, I backed this because I wanted me some ninja in my life, and ninja I have. Now I just want a bit of a bigger ninja. But anyway, I will keep you updated as to the appearance of ninja in my life, and for now this thing is going right down on my shelf and look pretty. This is a pretty neat package, and it's very professional, and aside from this little advertising blurby thing, I'm quite into it. I don't know what I'll do with this. I'll just go like that. But anyway, this is nice. It's going on my shelf. So thank you, Matt, for fulfilling your part of the bargain. Well, part of it, anyway. Some years late, but I'm forgive and forget. And thank you so much for watching. I'm the Space Quest Historian. Please like and subscribe and all that. Do whatever you kids do, but do leave me a comment. Do leave me a comment. Did you enjoy any of this? Why would you? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around the Chrono stream.